Hello guys, it's Peter from PS Sound, and I'd like to show you a little project we are working on with my friend B, who helps me out with projects. And so this is his Mark II TT, and we thought this would be a perfect project to try one of the new ZAPCO amplifiers, the ADSP integrated amplifier. It's that small. It's tiny. It gives you 8 channels, 80 watts per channel at 4 ohm, 120 on 2 ohm, and you can also bridge it. So this can run the whole factory freeway front end with the factory sub in the car. So all what we've done is we fitted that amplifier which has inbuilt DSP, so we can calibrate the factory setup, and it sounds day and night. Yes, maybe in the future we will upgrade the speakers and everything else, but for now it's a great option for those people who don't want to spend crazy big money but want something decent. And actually it has already shocked many people. It has the Bose three-way up front. I'm going to show in a sec. I'm going to jump in, and a factory subwoofer. I think it's a 6-inch sub under the quarter panel in a ported enclosure. It's a plastic box, but it gives a nice, hum. It's not a accurate sub or whatsoever, but it definitely gives depth to the setup. But for what it is now, it's crazy. We measured the speakers, how they react in the environment in the car. Then we tuned every single driver to the optimal performance, and we can even now recall the original. Well, we can't really recall the original tune on the car because that had the Bose amplifier in it without any time alignment, and the mid speaker and the tweeter were running parallel with just a capacitor in between them. So it's not a direct compare, but I made a tune for the setup without time alignment, without EQ and anything, just to make it sound like what the factory was, pretty close to it. So with just a click of a button you can recall the old presets without adjustments, and the new one where you can adjust time alignment levels, individual crossover points for the drivers, and the difference is drastic. And especially when I tell to people that we are still running the Bose speakers, that's when the real shock is. They can't believe it, and that's all due to this beautiful amplifier with the inbuilt DSP. That's the speaker side, or your 8-channel output. And on this side we use a pair of RCAs for the head unit. It's just a cheap doubled-in head unit for CD playback and radio, but it also has inbuilt Bluetooth. That's the little antenna over there. That easy to connect to it. Actually, it's now my iPhone playing over there, streaming Tidal. And yeah, it's that simple. It took a couple of hours to install it. We had to cut the factory loom up. That's the factory plug for the Bose amplifier, and then we had to find the speaker wires. It was running only to the mid bass, and then another wire running to the mid high, so we had to run in an extra pair of cables for the tweeters. So now we are actually running proper freeway. Every single driver has an individual amp channel, and then plus the sub bridged on 2 channels. So that's how you use all the 8 channels for this factory setup. We will definitely add a custom subwoofer, probably right there all along the rear seats, a 10-12 inch sealed box, not using much space away from the boot. And then this will be a fantastic a fantastic project for those people who just want to hear what's really possible with a decent bit of kit and a decent tuning on it. Let's jump in.
Let's do something crazy tonight, she whispered. When when the unusual seems usual, things start to get interesting.
So there's a tweeter right at the bottom of the windscreen, a mid-range behind that grille, and mid-bass right at the bottom of the door. The mid-bass is actually an 8-inch driver, and it has a decent output. That's all I can really say about it. It's not the most accurate thing ever, especially in the door application. Yes, the door has got a decent amount of sound treatment, but even that factory driver can make things rattle. To be fair, it's very sensitive at least, so the amp doesn't really have to struggle to get decent output of the driver. The mid-range is surprisingly good, considering it's a cheap Bose driver. It does a good job. The tweeter, well, it's all right now with the ZAPCO amp after the tune, but yeah, there's definitely place for improvement with aftermarket drivers, but for what it is now, it's pretty surprisingly good. So actually now we are streaming from the phone, Tidal Hi-Fi. But as soon as I stop that, then the CD player comes back. If everything is correct, it should come back. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer. And as soon as you press, then actually the Bluetooth is instant. It takes over straight away. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about this setup, but I thought to show it to you guys. And it might be very interesting for those who have the very exact same car, because I didn't expect such a good result just by putting the amp in and retuning everything. And it's a great option. Let's say a first level package for audio upgrading in these cars, and that amp is not that expensive. It's 1,099 quid, and it does everything you want. Easy to fit. The controller was a bit of a magic to fit it there. Now it's nice and flush with this panel, and the panel was retrimmed. Only that piece needs retrimming. Otherwise, now it's nice black Alcantara, and really easy to control at this place. If you press, you can also control the sub level. Now the sub is completely off. If you press one more time, then you can change the presets. You can have 8 presets. Oops, let's go back. It's instant, it changes the preset instantly. And if you press it one more time, then you can select the input between the main, which is the CD now. Go back to Bluetooth. It's right there. That easy to use, this controller, and it comes with the amplifier. So yeah, it does work well. Guys, if you have any question regarding this setup, then drop me a line. and please subscribe if you are not subscribed yet to the channel. And yeah, I hope to talk to you very soon. Take care.